My name is Otieno. I'm born again. Yes, I came to be involved in Net in 1980 at the inception, when a vision was given to one of us, the university, as students, and we bought the vision. I mean, the felt convicted about the vision. The main drive was that that time many of the brethren from Nyanza who were coming to campus, there was mass backsliding after first year, and it was a concern for us. We had some people there say that in the university there's no salvation, but we had that burden just to pray for our land and also to go home and tell people that salvation is even there in campus. So that when we had a meeting with some brethren in Arboretum, and we started the team by the name, it was Nyanza Evangelist Team. That's the name that came, because first of all you have to get a name. So for me, the first mission I had was Kisumu. It was within Kisumu town, and we visited the Kisumu girls, I remember, and then we are also doing house witnessing, and it was challenging because I remember that the only thing we had was the transport to Kisumu, but after that there was nothing else. But God provided. We were hosted by our brother who passed away, called Cholongombe. He was hosting us. When I think that time it was a priest at St. Stephen Church in Kisumu, the Anglican Church. And so we have seen God opening more doors for the ministry, and myself also, my father who accepted to host a mission in the island, Pangano Island, and in that mission he got saved. My own father got saved, and I remember him getting saved in his own house. So he hosted us. We are a number of brethren there, and we went there home to home, and we open air meetings. It was an adventurous vision, because I remember we arrived in the island at midnight. We traveled, we crossed the lake at night. It was by faith, so it was not an easy encounter, but God opened a way for us. And so after that, the island has never been the same. Now when you go to the island, there's salvation. That time there was only SD and Catholic in the island, but now we have evangelistic ministry there. So I can say that that time we were under the PEFA, but PEFA was itself was not well established, but there was a pastor who was there, who was also helping us to move to the villages and homes for missions, for meetings. And so the other mission attended we had was at Uganda, where that time we had we had this Jesus feeling. And I recall one time at night, there's one person that came and was not, he had a disability, could not walk well. So he was prayed for to get saved and was healed, and he remained with in his faith until the time he died recently, and it is something that I can recall. And the other thing was that time there was a witch doctor. They roamed home. The brethren who went to a witch doctor's home, and the witch doctor was having this guest, but then we went back after a year. It gave us an appointment. So when the brethren went there, and the witch doctor got saved and burnt all his tools. And it was a whole testimony in the village of what God is able to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I can say that we have seen the ministry, God using ministry in various ways. The other one I found, and I can remember, called was the Mission to Game, where in the evening when the altar call was made, there was a drunkard. So when he got saved, the people were saying, that man is just drunk. And the man got saved. The man became sober and went with the brethren to his home and plucked he was keeping balm in his home, a big balm. And he was completely transformed. So sometimes even when he was also getting saved, he wondered this person was serious, but God convicted him and God transformed him. So I must say that I've seen God using the ministry, and also the growth. After that, the ministry moved from the university, set up to the workers, and I've seen the growth of the ministry. And the other thing is that we formed the prayer sets, mainly to be able to pray for the work of the ministry. So when I remember when we were in the committee, we formed the prayer sets, which now are big. Now they are no longer prayer sets. That time there were very few people, but now we have various cell groups. So the drive the drive was to find a way that we can pray for the ministry, because the work required prayers. Yeah. So I thank God, because I can see now in the prayer life of the ministry has been revived. Overnight we have joint prayer meetings, because without prayer we cannot be able to move. Yeah. So the ministry has moved from that time in 1980 up to now, not because of someone effort, but God. We have seen God taking us from one stage to another. Yeah. The growth which have been there is I can say is that they have reached, because now we have schools, evangelistic missions, and we are apart from the villages, and also we are the involvement of the church with the local assemblies, the local churches, which has helped also to sustain those who got saved, where they can be able to grow their spiritual life. And also moving from the counties, because now we are not just in Nairobi, we are now in we have units in almost all the counties in Nyanza. Yeah, and so this is that's something that we have seen the growth, and also we have seen the generation now. Some of the people growing within the ministry from their family. I know there are some few families where their children are actively involved in the ministry of the team. Which means that we will not, when we go up there, there will be still some generation to carry the baton. On the structure, it is because as the team grows, it is dynamic. So things also have to be dynamic. So the structures that we have now at the moment, I think has helped also to make people be involved, not spectators. Where we have the units, the region, we are able to track the members and the field part of the team. and also they also giving them the ability to be able to be involved. You know, when people are not participating, then the involvement also become a challenge. So even as we grow as the team for their challenges, so I think we have to those structure. I think we are expanding those structures so that we can be able to address some of those challenges that are there. And then also the area of what I talk about is the follow-up. The follow-up is where we need to maybe work on so that we have a solid way of following up those who got saved, to see them growing, to see them getting involved, and in the local places where they get saved, be it in secondary school, be in the villages. Yeah, because follow-up usually is a challenge. When you look at the Word of God, look at Paul. Yeah, the way he was going back to see where the people are standing and living. Yeah, that follow-up is critical because we are really in a time when there's a lot of people, what to call it, false teaching and false things. So if we don't have effective follow-up, then we find that we'll not be having quality growth. Okay. Can be having quantity but not quality. Yeah. 45 years for Net, to witness 45 years, to me is a miracle. And when we started, like I said, when we started in 1998, we didn't know how it will be. But that I say, we have seen the working of God, because to sustain a team for 45 years, it is not something you can take for granted. Because there are a number of teams have come and they have disappeared after 10 years, 20 years. We met a widow, and he was asking us that he could not get saved, because when he was going to get saved, he said he was going to leave the group. He got involved in another cult group, and those people provided her with their car, provided her with so many things. So he was asking us whether we are able to provide this alternative. So those kind of things which the enemy is also using to drive people away. But we need also to see how we can be able, with the resources God has given us, we can be able to meet those challenges in the field. K.L.D.C is a milestone, because when the vision came to the team to have a place in Kisumu where we can have retreat, mainly for where people can train the local pastors so that we can be able to improve on the follow-up, a place where people can go and pray, because we realized that Kisumu didn't have a place like that apart from the NCCK. And so we had that, and we formed a team, and it was chaired by our brother Gilbert Osumbo. And they started planting, and they got land, and we launched into it by faith. And thank God that we reached a stage where now that K.L.D.C can be a place where people can be able to go. Me personally, I've been there. We are hosted there for a luncheon of the golden ages of Net, and it was so, we saw the groundbreaking by Bishop Otieno, and it was just a faith venture, and we thank God that we can now physically see what God has done. Yeah, so I believe that it's a place that God is able to use to bless people, and also to enrich people in their walk with the Lord. I pray that will be a center of excellence, a center of choice for not only people in Kisumu, but in the country, where they can go and have time with God and feel the presence of the Lord. Yeah, so I just take this opportunity to invite all the members of NET and the team to come and witness the miraculous deeds of God. God has blessed us with a brand new baby, the K.L.D.C, which is going to use also to enrich the ministry and expand the vision that He gave us 45 years ago. So I welcome all of us. Let us book that day and trust God to be there. May God bless you all. Amen.